This is the last leg in our EV road trip.
On our way back from Shenandoah National Park, we stopped at a cabin, very rustic cabin, in Floyd, Virginia. Now, it was a pretty rough night. I would say it was pretty much roughing it. And we're not going to highlight this one as much, although if you are looking for a fairly inexpensive, really basic trip, you might want to look this up in Floyd. They did have an outlet that I could use for a portable charger, although what I mostly was looking for was level 2, one that was rated for a fast charge. So we're unpacking and we're going, and we arrived here fairly late at night, and then we got up again early in the morning and took off for our next part of the trip. Gonna rush it. My rushing days are over. Wipe the dust from our feet at this point.
Another adventure. Oh my God, what a dump.
Chickens has the
So good.
yeah.
Just for it.
No.
Make a U-turn, then turn right.
Wait, 1 minute.
Turn left at the chickens.
Come on.
No, you could just go. Just go slowly. You don't miss.
Listen.
Like that.
It knows where the driveway is.
Just.
It's like, hey, I'm not on the driveway, just go.
They don't want to get hit.
Very rustic. We're probably not going to highlight this as much, although the area here was actually very beautiful. So if you wanted to just stay at a rustic cabin and you know, if you want to just campfire or something like that, or cook some hot dogs, this is good. The landscape is lovely. So here we see the Virginia countryside. This is in Floyd, Virginia, and I'm not as much highlighting this one because although it did have an outlet for the EV charger, it didn't have the level 3 charger that I was looking for, but this was just at a stage where everything was turning green in Virginia, and we had one night here, and you know, it was really like a camp almost. Even, you know, most of the accommodations were, it was like a loft cabin, and it had a kitchen, a little kitchenette, I would say. Not really much ability to cook, except you could cook outside. So yeah, pretty farmland and countryside. It was a little bit of a gray day, but that didn't matter because the area was just so beautiful. And we did play our guitars out on the deck. So this was tin roof rust in here. It was really, you know, a country setting, very much so in Virginia. And we stayed here and got, you know, off and on sleep really. Most of the AirBNBs we stayed at were much more comfortable. So if you want to look for this in Floyd, that's great. If you want to give me a like and subscribe, that would help us out. I'm really kind of highlighting these AirBNB finds that were kind of diamonds in the rough, or very like a needle in a haystack when you're searching AirBNB. So this one was fairly inexpensive, but the main thing for my EV road trip was that I wanted the AirBNBs to have some EV chargers capability so that we didn't have to stop and charge. There were 1 or 2 AirBNBs that did charge a little something, really nothing to speak of. But the convenience of being able to set up just arrive and plug in and then just relax for the evening. That was very much worth it, so we didn't have to stop and fill up the charge or anything. So yeah, as you can see, this is a really beautiful area, and it's kind of a cute little cabin. The deck is very nice. We did enjoy playing our guitars out here, but then the next morning we got up very early and took off for our next AirBNB. So that is the Floyd, Virginia AirBNB, and it was very easy to get into. But I would say you might want to, if you want a campground, this is ideal for that. All right, but we're going to go on to Denton in North Carolina. And then now we're driving over to Denton, North Carolina. This is the end of the trip. This is in a gated community, very secure. In fact, getting into here, we had to put in a code. So right up here to the left, this is such a beautiful landscape. It's very hilly, and the house is just beautiful. And the host was very helpful for us. This one had a level 2 charger, and it was a gorgeous day at this point. We were having a really nice drive. So I have a niece in the area, and I wanted to visit her for a little while and bring her back to here. And so we were able to plug in the car. And it wasn't too long of a drive from Virginia, a couple of hours. So here we're arriving at this very, very beautifully maintained, fairly new home. And it has a nice overlook of the lake and the hills in Denton, North Carolina. So we drive in, and the host immediately met us so he could help us get into the garage. And I had to turn my car around, but they assisted us in parking the car and plugging it in within the garage. And so they met us outside, and I just turned my car around, and he helped us get started, and then I just parked the car.
Okay. Is that what you had in mind?
It is.
All right. Okay. I can come in towards you, or.
It's gonna go around right here. So maybe what I'll do. It's totally fine. So it's my fault.
I mean, I can pull in that way. Yeah.
We're gonna keep it open anyway. So.
I could use just like a 1 hour charge right now to go get my niece, and. Oh, good. Sorry to put you out so much. It's very nice of you.
So then we went up on the deck. There's this beautiful deck that overlooks the hillsides and the just lovely outdoor area. And we just relaxed, and the house itself is just so beautiful. It's fully wooded and just very peaceful and quiet, and our car fit in there just right. I got it charged up within a couple of hours because it was a fast charger. And then we had this beautiful view, and it was very relaxing, and it's just a lovely wooded area.
And in the morning, just we're able to watch the sunrise. Just such an amazing view. We just could see forever. And we just had a light clouds in the morning. We have this beautiful view of the lake. The sunrise here was just so lovely. And we had a wonderful morning drinking coffee on the deck and watching the sunrise. My hope is that you'll be able to see that using Airbnbs when you're taking an EV road trip, if they have a charger that's on site, then it relieves of the time to search for a charger and sit there at the pump or go shopping or something while you wait. So if you could see, this is just so lovely, and the weather was beautiful, and the sunrise was so wonderful, and this lake is such a great view. So as you can see here, we just had just an amazing, it was just an incredible view for the amount that we paid for this Airbnb. It was just a needle in a haystack. And so I want to make sure that I highlight this one. This is Denton, North Carolina. We were on our way to Charlotte, and I wanted to pick up my niece. So we found a place that was on the way, not real close to Charlotte, but this is my niece and I'm controlling the drone. And this is we're just seeing here where we had a very good parking spot. There was ample parking, and I was able to plug my EV charger in overnight so that when we had to go back to North Carolina, to Charlotte, relax, fly the drone, and then park the car. And so this is obviously so much space around the property where you can just stroll around and enjoy it. So down in the parking lot area, there's enough for 2-3 cars really. So they do have kind of a walkway up and stairs up to the top. So you have to pull your suitcases up there to keep that in mind. So I have no problems with that, but something to keep in mind. The inside of the house was just so beautiful with the vintage appliances, and then I made myself a nice cup of coffee in the morning and plugged my car in and got a full charge overnight. And then, so showing here, we have this level 2 charger, and follow this link, this barcode, to find a link to the Airbnb. Thanks for listening. And be sure to give us a like and subscribe.